children, my name is Saida Ali. I am going to teach basics of chemistry classes. Just listen, it is from KG level to PG also. We can discuss further classes. So go for chemistry. What is chemistry? Chemistry is nothing but study of matter. Study of matter and its properties and entire thing about the matter. So what is the meaning of matter? Everything in the world is said to be a matter, and it must have two types of properties. The first one is mass, and the second one is it has to occupy some space. Anything in the world, whatever it may be, whatever the thing you have to choose, it must have certain mass and occupy some space. What is the meaning of mass? Mass is nothing but amount of matter contained in a body. Amount of matter contained in a body, that is called mass. I know you know very well about space. Every object should occupy some space. So the thing which is having mass and space is said to be a matter. So matter is both visible and invisible. Both visible and invisible. Examples of visible forms of matter. See, this is a visible form of matter. This chalkboard is a visible form of the matter. This pen is a visible form of the matter. But what are the invisible forms of matter? The invisible forms of matter are air and atoms. So the core concepts of chemistry starts with the atom. What is the meaning of atom? Let us discuss. Atom is the smallest invisible and indivisible. Smallest invisible and indivisible form of matter. It is said to be atom. It's the very smallest and finest piece which we can't visible with our naked eye. Under some instrumentation we can visualize this atom, and it is indivisible. So primary particles of an atom, nothing but fundamental particles. Fundamental particles. Proton, electron, and neutron. So these are some of the basic and fundamental particles present inside the atom. Of course, in addition to these particles, we have so many other particles like mesons, neutrinos, and alpha particles, beta particles, gamma particles. So we will discuss later. The basic fundamental particles are protons, electrons, and neutrons. Of course, these protons have positive charged particles. Electrons are negatively charged particles. Neutrons have no charge. So you can remember this fundamental particles by using a small trick. Simply pen. Fundamental particles present inside the atom: protons, electrons, and neutrons. Protons have a positive charge, electrons have a negative charge, neutrons have no charge. And of course, these protons were first discovered by Goldstein and Rutherford. Electrons discovery were done by the J.J. Thomson. Neutrons were discovered by the James Chadwick. So you can go for further. molecule. Before that, we are going to discuss about element. After atom, we are going to discuss about elements. What are elements? Elements are nothing but a pure form of matter which are made up of a single type of atoms. Elements are nothing but a pure substance made up of only one type of atom. A pure form of substances made up of only one type of atom. For suppose if you take hydrogen H, nitrogen N. We will discuss about symbols in another class. What are symbols? What are the rules to write the symbols? And how many symbols we have? How to write? How to use these symbols? We can discuss in later classes. So, an element is nothing but a pure form of the substance which can be made up of single type of element atoms. What are molecules? Molecules are nothing but a molecule is formed by the combination of two or more atoms. Combination of two or more atoms. Or suppose if you take oxygen, it will be in molecular state. Nitrogen, of course, it will be in molecular state. It is in atomic state, elemental state. It is in molecular state. Nothing but gases will be exist in molecular state. Carbon dioxide, CO2, all are molecules. Element are the pure form of the matter made up of single type of atom. Molecules are formed by the combination of atoms. Then what is compound? Of course, compound is the combination of different types of atoms in a fixed ratio. In a fixed ratio. Compounds are the substances which are formed by the combination of different types of atoms in a fixed ratio. For suppose water is a compound which is having the formula H2O. Which is having the formula H2O. Here, hydrogen and oxygen will be combined in a fixed ratio, that is 2:1. Like ammonia. Ammonia is a compound of the formula NH3, having central atom nitrogen and other atoms are hydrogens. Here, these are in fixed proportions. Nitrogen is and hydrogen will be in the ratio of 1:3. Shall I? Forms of matter. Matter will be classified into three categories: well, solids, liquids, and gases. Of course, solids are very hard and rigid when compared to liquids and gases. Here, solids have a fixed shape and value, fixed shape and volume, but liquids have no fixed shape but have fixed value. Liquid occupy the shape of container. It does not have a fixed shape. The gases, they do not have fixed shape and not have fixed volume. All are very familiar with these solids and liquids and gases, of course, and we will discuss about further in the further classes. Okay. So this is a very small introduction to the chemistry class. We will improve the basics in the further classes. Thank you very much.